What is going on, my fellow navigators, and welcome back to another video. Today's topic is really a follow-up to one of the most popular videos here on the channel, and that is the how to start a Pokemon card investing business. And if you guys haven't watched that video, I will put it up in the eye so that you guys can definitely check that out. But I wanted today to go into a little bit more detail on some of the topics that a lot of people have had questions on. Maybe they've started to build their business already and have some more specific questions on how they can really build upon and expand their business even further. So we're going to go into a few other topics today that dive into those very questions. But before we get started, guys, this is the week of Thanksgiving, so go ahead and show your thanks for the channel by giving me that double slap attack, one for that like button, one for that subscribe button, and if you want to be notified each and every time a new video drops, go ahead and thunder punch that notification bell so that you don't miss a single video. And with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump right into today's discussion. And as I said, this video is really meant to build upon that first video of starting your Pokemon card investing business, sort of as an addendum to that video. So this is really topics that is going to help you build upon your pre-existing business. And the first topic that we're going to discuss here today, and a question that I get from a lot of people in the community, is how do I get wholesale prices, or how can I become a reseller of Pokemon card products? Now, Pokemon is unique in the fact that you don't actually have to have a brick and mortar store in order to be a reseller for the hobby. Other hobbies out there like Magic the Gathering, they do require that you have a brick and mortar storefront, but Pokemon is not that way. So that's really unique. You don't actually have to have overhead in that sense, and you can actually become a reseller. Now, the first step that you're going to want to do in order to get this process started is you're going to want to get a tax ID or EIN number. And this is basically setting yourself up as a business entity. Now, you can do this typically within your state of residence. Typically, it's pretty easy to do so. Some states require you to pay an application fee in order to do this. But in order to work with wholesalers or distributors, you're going to need to get yourself set up as a business entity. And this could be as easy as setting yourself up, at least in the beginning, as a sole proprietor, which is the easiest form to set up, or perhaps even a single member LLC. But members of your particular state, if you call them, they will be able to give you the best route that you should take given your particular situation. And that's the one thing I do want to stress here, is that each state is going to be a little bit different, but no matter what, in order to become a reseller, you are going to want to get that tax ID or EIN number and get yourself set up as a business entity. And as I said in the beginning, that could be as simple as just getting yourself set up as a sole proprietor. The next step is to get your reseller's permit. And as I said, this will vary depending on what state you live in, but typically you're going to need that EIN number or that tax ID number in order to apply for this reseller's permit. And you'll just apply with your particular state. I live in the state of Arizona, so for us, that goes through the Arizona Department of Revenue. So if any of you out there, if you're in the state of Arizona and you're interested in becoming a reseller, then be sure to go ahead and reach out to me. I can give you more information on that, or you can always contact the Arizona Department of Revenue in order to get this process started, because there is a few other things that are required in order to become a reseller in the state of Arizona. But as I said, guys, just do a little research on your end. This is going to be very foundational. In order to become a reseller, you're going to, at the very least, need to get a tax ID number, get yourself set up as a business entity, and then also get your reseller's permit for your particular state. Now, once you have that, once you've garnered your permit and you've become a registered reseller within your particular state, the next step is to go ahead and start reaching out to wholesalers. Now, what I would recommend doing is reaching out to multiple wholesalers. And what I wanted to do, I am actually on the Pokemon website right now. So this is Pokemon.com and this is support.pokemon.com. And these are all of the wholesale distributors that work directly with the Pokemon Company International. So here you can see all of the North American distributors. So GTS Distributing here, for instance, this one is located here in Phoenix, Arizona, so real close to me. But as you can see, there's a lot of different distributors within the continental United States. And then also down here at the bottom, you have your wholesalers for Canada as well. For those of you Latin America, European distributors as well, Germany, Austria, Belgium, all over, throughout Europe. And then here is also some in the Asia Pacific region, as well as African distributors as well. So that's what I would recommend doing, guys, is once you've got your reseller's permit, taking a look on Pokemon's website, and I'll be sure to go ahead and put a link to this website down in the video description below so that you guys can take a look at it, because along with contacting multiple distributors, not only is that going to give you the best deals because you're sourcing from a wide variety of different distributors, but you also want to look and try to find one that is closest to you. And the reason being is that very often when these wholesalers are sending product out to you, you're usually getting it within a few days of the actual release date of some of the newer sets, especially if you're wanting to invest or resell in newer sets. You're typically going to get those a few days before the release date. Now, for instance, if I live in Arizona, but I'm going through a distributor in New York, it's going to take some time to get those products to me, and chances are I might not get those products until after release date. Whereas if I'm going through GTS Distributing here in Phoenix, I'll be able to get those products a lot faster. Now, with a reseller, you want to make sure if it's a new set that you're waiting until release day that you start reselling those out on the open market and to your customers. Your wholesalers are not going to want to see you undercutting and trying to, basically beat the release day. So you want to make sure that you're waiting till release day if you're going to be selling new products. But regardless of that, throughout your supply chain, you're going to want to make sure that you're working with somebody close to home. That way you're able to get your products much, much faster. And then the last thing here that I would recommend if you're going down the route of becoming a reseller is whatever distributor that you decide to work with, build a relationship with your sales rep within that particular wholesaler. This is going to be invaluable to you because they may let you know about deals that they're having, different things that maybe they don't offer to others, that if you've got a close working relationship with your sales representative, it's going to make life a lot easier on you. So guys, that is just kind of a synopsis here. I know this is something that many of you have been interested in possibly becoming a reseller, or at the very least, just getting products at wholesale price. So again, just as a recap, first thing, you're going to want to get that tax ID EIN number for your particular state. And then you're going to want to apply for your reseller's permit. After that, you'll be looking out for multiple distributors out there that will be able to offer you product. And ideally, you want to get one that is closest to where you live. And last but not least, make sure that you do establish a good working relationship with your distributor. It'll definitely pay off dividends in the end. So moving on to our second topic of discussion for expanding upon your existing Pokemon card investing business, the other thing that I want to talk about is advertising. I think advertising is often overlooked when you're starting really any business endeavor, but especially when we're talking about Pokemon cards and Pokemon card investing, really advertising yourself and getting your name out there to a larger consumer base is really important. So I want to just go over a few things today, a few recommendations on how you guys can do that. The first thing is I would recommend utilizing the social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. All of these different platforms are really great at getting your products out to a wider audience. You can do a lot of different things on these platforms, but ultimately this is going to increase your exposure to, as I said, a larger consumer base, a larger and wider audience. And when doing that, you'll probably connect with a lot of other business contacts out there that you'll be able to utilize in the future. So definitely recommend hopping on to some of these social media platforms. I mean, they're free and it helps to get your name out there, to get your business out there as well. One of the other ones that is, in my opinion, is often overlooked, and I think people are a little bit trepidatious about getting on the platform, but it's right here on YouTube. If you've got experience and you want to share that with others, much in the same manner that I have done, YouTube is a great platform for being able to do that. And also, you've seen on YouTube, there's many avenues that you can take to really build more revenue for your business. So you can conduct things like box breaks, which are starting to become more and more popular. Those are a great way to really build community as well around your brand, your image, everything like that. So box breaks are a great idea. You can also do informational videos. You can promote your products through those particular videos. So YouTube, I think, is a great marketing tool that can really enhance your existing business. And also, it gives you credibility as well. If people understand that you're providing them with good information, you know what you're talking about, and they can also go and buy products from you. I think that's really important to the larger consumer base, especially nowadays when we've got a lot of fake products out on the market. People would like to put a face to the products itself and who is actually selling them these products. And if they can find you on multiple social media platforms, I think that is just going to lend to your credibility and also help you to really build further upon your business. So definitely take a look at the social media platforms, take a look at YouTube as well, and within the umbrella of YouTube, consider promoting yourself in different ways through things like box breaks, informational videos, and then also perhaps just products that you have for sale. And then beyond that, you can also consider building yourself a website as well, if you like to house products on there that you're going to be selling in the future. So your YouTube channel can really be a platform that you can project or jump people to your website, and that is a place where you can house a lot of your products and really promote your business even further. So advertising, as I said, I think is indispensable and something you should definitely consider if you haven't done already in really expanding upon your Pokemon card investing business. So moving on to our last big topic here for expanding your Pokemon card investing business. And this is a question that I get very, very often from people in the community. And I feel like Ben Franklin said it best. There's two certainties in life. That is death, and you guessed it, taxes. I get a ton of questions from people asking me about tax specific questions. And guys, I'll be right up front with you. I am not qualified to give anybody tax specific advice. What I always recommend in these situations is that you consult with a tax professional or somebody like a CPA for these tax specific questions. Really, when you're building your business, even if it's something smaller in magnitude, you want to make sure that you've got a well-rounded team that is helping you in your business endeavor. And what I have found in my experience is that a tax professional is really, really important to making sure that, one, you are protected, that the feds aren't going to come after you for any tax liabilities, and two, they're also going to help you to perhaps mitigate some of your tax burden. I found time and time again, there's things like write-offs and different aspects of conducting a business that can help save you money in the end. But a CPA, a tax professional, will be able to help you do this. But what I wanted to do more or less from this perspective is just give you some tips that I've learned in my experience. One of which is document everything and always keep receipts. This is really, really important, both from your own perspective, but also from the standpoint of your tax professional. They're going to want to have documentation. It's going to make things a lot easier for them when it comes to tax time. And then it's going to make the process a little more seamless to try to find maybe some write-offs for you to help save you money in the end. Really in the end, guys, it's not how much you you make, it's how much you keep. And especially when you are trying to build your business, you want to make sure that you are getting every penny that you can back in your pocket to help build your business. So as I said, make sure you document everything, keep spreadsheets, keep everything in a safe place, keep all of your receipts, and it'll just make things a lot easier on yourself as well as your tax professional. And in the end, like I said, it will pay dividends to you in magnitudes in the long term. So that is going to do it for this follow-up video on starting your Pokemon card investing business. Now, even after today, I'm sure many of you still have topics or questions that you would like answered. So be sure to let me know down in the comments below any other questions that you have, any other topics that you would like to see discussed, and chances are I will make a follow-up video on those topics in the future. Other than that, guys, I wish you a great and happy holiday. Have a very safe Thanksgiving, and I will see you all next time. My name is PokéNav. I'm here to help you navigate the world of Pokemon one video at a time, and I will see you all in the next video.